What up, my people, and welcome back to the National Review, powered by Football University. I am your official voice of youth and high school sports, Chad Ricardo. This is the FBU National Championship Tournament season. It's the path to Naples. And although a bathing suit may be optional down on the Paradise Coast, shoulder pads and your A-game is a must. 8 teams remain, and they're all looking to lay claim to the one and only true national championship. Today we're going to break down each star-studded matchup, but first we're going to begin with East versus West. Of course, I'm talking about Massachusetts and Seattle. Coach Mason is going to be joining me momentarily, but we got to start with the only man that's getting more love in New England than Tom Brady, my dude, PJ Vanderbilt. Coach, your 7th graders put on an absolute show. I mean, the defense was strong, only 2 touchdowns given up all weekend. What were your takeaways from your team's performance?
Well, I'll tell you, we knew we had a good team last year, but we knew we needed to add a few players to really, if we wanted to make it down to Naples, and we did do that. We had some good practices, but the team really had not come together until game day on Saturday. And some of these kids really impressed me on Saturday and Sunday, I'll tell you.
Definitely got a strong squad out there. All-around team performance, nothing new on that. Who were your X factors from the weekend?
Really 3 repeat players. Rocco Scapolini, who we put at 3-back, who really had a great game. He rushed for over 100 yards each day and a couple of touchdowns. And Cole Osanubi, who's one of our stud players, who really stepped up and showed us what a player he really is this week. He ran for, I think, 3 touchdowns over 50 yards and played outstanding on defense as well.
You all are absolutely hitting the stride at the right moment. You do have a tough one next. It's going to be an old familiar foe of yours, our friends from the Northwest. This is Seattle. Your thoughts? We're
excited to play Seattle. We really didn't care who we got in the draw. We're ready to play. To leave off where I started, we have a quarterback, Scotty Brown, and Usanubi, Scarpolini, and we have a great tight end, 2 great tight ends, Ronan Hannafin and Preston Zinter, that were new additions to the team this year. And I think we're going to be ready to play Seattle, and it's going to be a tough battle, but I think we can play with them and hang with them, and it's going to be probably right down to the wire, I would think.
Check this out. Look, I know the old adage, it's one team at a time. You got a tough squad in front of you. You don't want to get too far ahead of yourself, but does this team have what it takes to ultimately not only get past Seattle, but then compete for an FBU national championship? I'm asking for a friend.
Chad, I think it does. The biggest thing this team has is heart, and we've been practicing the last couple of days, and these kids are fired up. I've been coaching this program for the last 7 years, and I've never seen a team come together quite as quick as this team has come. Last year's 8th grade team was probably one of the best teams that I've seen in this program. But this year it's the 7th grade team. It's probably the best 7th grade team we've ever had. And I do think, if we can get by Seattle in that first round, I think there's a good chance we can see Massachusetts in a final.
There we go. Coach, thank you very much, and I wish you all the best of luck down in Naples.
Thanks, Chad. Looking forward to seeing you down there.
Living legend, my main man, PJ Vanderbilt. Check this out. If they can get beyond Seattle, they may very well be in line for that crown, but getting past Seattle, not going to be the absolute easiest of tasks. Here to talk more about that, team director from Seattle, my dude, close friend, Coach Robert Mason. Coach, you have built a powerhouse of an organization out there in the Northwest. I want to give a shout out to all of the parents, all of the coaches, all of the student athletes, and give you credit for everything that you all have built. Your 7th graders, bro, 2 absolutely dominating performances last weekend.
Oh man, one, excited, second year in a row that we've had 3 teams earn a bid to Naples, Florida. I think it speaks volumes about, what we have going up in here, what we have going up here in Seattle as it relates to football. Our 7th grade team is led by our head coach, Michael Westbrook, and this is his second year leading this team. He's been with us for a total of 3 years, and he's a phenomenal leader with a phenomenal staff that really puts a ton of hours into preparing these kids. This 7th grade team is a powerhouse. I'm gonna tell you right now, and I love watching this group. The team is led by quarterback Jabari Johnson. This kid we're going to hear a lot about, not only through the next couple of years, but through high school. Probably one of the best QBs in his class in our state. Dual threat QB who can run, he can pass, highly accurate. I mean, he's so good that he could play in the 8th grade division right now.
Wow.
To put in perspective, in Sacramento, over the course of the weekend, the 2 games, 6+ touchdowns in the air, Chad. So that tells you the kid has a really strong arm, and you really got to contain that kid.
54-0, 32-0, bro. I mean, obviously your entire squad balled out. Did anybody in particular catch your eye?
Well, you know what? I would be remiss if I didn't, talk about a kid from, in the lineman position. Again, you'll hear this from me a lot. That's one of the most most respected positions in the game of football, and and I make sure I give kudos where kudos due. But we got a kid, Stian Andreessen, who is on the offensive line, and we nicknamed this kid the Pancake Machine.
Wow.
Yes, he had over 5+ pancakes over the course of the weekend, and you know what? He's a force to be reckoned with. So, just a phenomenal athlete with good size, great feet, and really strong and can move. A couple of other kids that that I really want to spotlight that made a big impression down there is one in Taven Bond. He's our running back, probably one of the biggest running backs in the 7th grade circuit. The kid's about 6 feet tall. He has to be about 180 pounds, roughly. Big, physical, fast back. He had 2+ TDs over the weekend as well. And lastly, but not least, wide receivers. We have a plethora of weapons in wide receivers, and one of the kids I wanted to spotlight is a kid that we call Charles Brown. Interesting stat in Charles Brown. He's played with us. This is his 2nd year, and he has scored a touchdown in every single game that we've played thus far. And this kid wants to keep his streak going. And he finished this past weekend with a 70-yard bomb from Jabari touchdown versus Bay Area. So he's looking to score, a touchdown in each game going forward.
Charlie Brown is on the squad. You gotta love that. Look, bro, when you get to Naples, you've got that familiar foe out there, PJ Vanderwright, Massachusetts. They're all waiting for you. You all have history.
Well, you know what? They're going to be waiting for us, and we're going to be waiting for them. Talking to Coach Westbrook, it's all the separations and the preparation. So we're going to prepare for Massachusetts, and we're going to bring our best game. And I can tell you, it sounds like it's going to be a highly physical game. So with that being said, that's exactly what we're going to bring, and we're excited, and we're going to leave it all on the field. Respect to Massachusetts.
Separation is in the preparation, Coach. That's big. I gotta write that one down. I'm gonna keep that for myself.
You got it, bro.
Hey, thank you very much for joining the review.
Thank you. My pleasure.
My dude, Coach Mason. Of course, we'll be speaking to him again because he and Seattle had their eyes on an 8th grade crown as well. What happens when California love runs up on the dirty South? We'll find out next. It's the review.
1, 2, 3, heavy! I want to find out how good I am. Yes, sir! If you relax, you get blown out. Let's get it done! Let's get it done!
What can you take advantage of right now?
Again, come on. I can push myself way beyond what you think. pressure technique. Bring it back.
If defense wins championships and offense puts butts in the seat, our next game could have a packed crowd and potentially showcase your next national champion. I'm talking about GMSAA taking on LA Central. GMSAA took a tough road to get here. Here to speak about their success and much more, my main man, Coach Derek Evans. Coach, take a walk down memory lane with me, if you will. According to most, you all were not favored to advance, but you played hard, you played tough, you walked away with a 16-8 victory over Kentucky and an 18-8 victory over GFL.
Yeah, one thing about the Kentucky game that stood out was Kentucky was a huge team. It seemed like they was twice the size of us, and they just tried to power the ball. And I was proud of our kids, and we stood up and we stopped them. But Kentucky was a very good team, a large team. And Gwinnett, we expected Gwinnett to have a lot of athletes, and they didn't disappoint. We were real fortunate to come back. They jumped out on us 8-0, but we held on and came back and pulled it out. But it was two real tough physical games, and I feel that's going to get us ready for the national tournament.
Now, your squad is one that hangs its hat on both defense and toughness. What of your young men really put their stamp on this ball game?
Yes, Javon Hall, he plays linebacker, and he caused 3 fumbles in the Sunday game. He stripped the ball. And also running back, cornerback, Brian Powell had 2 interceptions during the weekend. And he's the cornerback we depend on to put on anybody who has a big, strong receiver. And one more kid is our middle linebacker, Ace Holmes. This is a kid this is his first year playing organized football, and he has this. Seems like he has experience. He's been playing 5 or 6 years.
Really? Wow.
Yes.
And when you get down to Naples, bro, you all are going to be facing an LA Central squad who may look to throw the ball all over the yard. How do you all look to match up with that squad?
Yes, I'm glad we got a little bit of tape on them, and that's what we've been working on. Defensive backfield and protection, but we're probably trying to counter that with getting a lot of pressure on the quarterback, so he doesn't have time to sit back and pick us apart. So we're going to attack it 2 places. We'll get our defensive backs in the correct positions, and also a heavy pass rush.
And as I alluded to, bro, I mean, you all have an amazing support system, community all over social networks. For the parents, coaches, student athletes, the community that's watching at home, does this 7th grade GMSAA squad, do you all have what it takes to go all the way?
Yes, this team, they was disappointed the 6th grade year. They got beat in the first round, and they really felt that they just didn't perform up to par, and so they came back and taking this as the revenge tour.
Right.
And just one more group I would like to highlight, and the reason I think we have a real good chance is our offensive line group. They just play together. We're probably going to be one of the smaller offensive line group, but that group just plays together, and they're the key to our team, our offensive line, and just the way they work together. That's why I think we have a very good chance.
And Coach, I'll get you out of here on this, brother. If you had a message for that community, for those parents, the coaches, and even the student athletes, everyone supporting you, what would that message be from you to them?
Yes, we're going down to this tournament in Naples, and we want to represent this area. We're showing sportsmanship and the type of student athlete we have in this area. We're going to win, but we're also going to play the game the right way and just give the young men a great experience.
There it is. Coach, thank you very much for coming on the show, and I wish you all nothing but success in Naples.
Thank you very much for having me. Thank you.
Coach Derek Evans looking to lead GMSAA deeper in the dance. In order to do so, though, they're going to have to outscore LA Central. Joining me again to talk about it, my main man, Coach Freddie Ortega. Coach, look, you and I, we're talking so much nowadays, bro. We might as well be best friends. Your 7th grade squad out there, Tell me about him.
You know what? It was quite exciting, actually. I mean, both of them, had control over the first games they played. Did really well, and then they, Orange County and LA met for the final spot, at least here, and Orange County was up by a couple of scores in the half, and LA Central just came and put it together. That defense stepped up. Quarterback play by one of the Top Gun alumni, Carson Conklin, came in. We also had Ben Burns, who's also one of the quarterbacks, step in as well. So that defense locked down in the second half, and they were able to establish that offense and control the ball, and that definitely was huge once that running game took off.
30-0 you won over Arizona, 20-14 in comeback fashion. You all were able to knock off Orange County. Your reward for all of your hard work, a matchup with the GMSA, coached by Derek Evans. We just got off the line with him. Their defensive squad, they're going to be tough, they're going to be stingy. What are your thoughts on the matchup?
Well, I mean, you're going to have to, when you see these powerhouse teams that have been involved with FBU and very successful and have won championships with FBU, I mean, at the end of the day, like we tell any other team you coach, you're going to, if you want to get this, if you want to take it, you got to take it away from whoever has had it, or you're going to have to go through everybody. So at the end of the day, who you get matched up, they're part of the road, they're part of the bump on the road, so you got to get over it, and so we tell them, it doesn't matter who you face, because now that you only have maybe 6 to 8 teams, that the caliber of talent is either the top or just where you're at, or it doesn't go down. So you just have to come out and play.
Now, get you out of here on this, brother. Of course, it is the student athletes that score the touchdowns. It's the kids that make the big plays, but no student athlete, no team, nowhere in the nation makes it to this place, makes it to Naples without the love and support of not only their community, but their core unit, of course, being their family. What words do you have for all of those individuals who make all of this possible for your student athletes?
You know what? Soak it all in. A lot of times, if we truly see, there's teams that go to, and play championships in Florida. But you understand, the thing with FBU, it selects kids from every single league. It's not just a league, okay, we're in this league, we went 10-0, we're going to Florida. Now you're actually truly creating an all-star atmosphere. So when I tell the parents, I was like, you know what? We have to do everything we can logistically from our end to make sure, because they did whatever they had to do on the field. Now we got to make sure, as the parents and adults, and myself as a director, I got to make sure we make this happen for those kids. Because at the end of the day, all they need is that opportunity and the football field, and let them have fun. So that's kind of my view, with the parents. It's just got to give them that opportunity.
That's right. Coach, thank you very much, and we wish you all well down on the path to Naples.
I appreciate it, Chad. Thank you.
Two excellent programs. That's going to be a heck of a matchup. GMSA, LA Central. Get your popcorn ready. Coming up next, we're going to talk the Battle of the Metros, KC and Maryland. Don't miss it.
1, 2, 3, Abby! I want to find out how good I am. Yes, sir! If you relax, you get blown out. Let's get it done! Let's get it done!
What can you take advantage of right now?
Again, come on. I can push myself way beyond what you think. Pressure technique. Bring it back.
Under the leadership and guidance of Coach Kevin Holmes, Team Maryland Metro is an up-and-coming force to be reckoned with. They just don't like to be called anybody's kid brother. Here to talk about their recent success, including a shocking to some victory over Team Maryland, Coach Daryl Rev Redmond. Coach, your team played excellent in the opening rounds. I mean, you defeated a Team New York squad relatively handily, and then in an absolute thriller, one of the best games that I've ever watched, you upset Team Maryland. What did that victory mean to your young men, to your organization, and to the community?
All right, great question. Well, that game, it started out kind of rough for both teams, with big plays and then turnovers right after the big plays.
So it was a game that we knew from the beginning was going to come down to the wire. You know, it was hard hitting, it was physical, it was violent to a degree. You know, it was everything that we anticipated going into the game. You know, we were fortunate to come out on top, but that's to take nothing away from the Team Maryland squad. They played lights out. I mean, they really did. The linebacker core played well. Rohan Davey ran the ball hard and aggressive. You know, we just were fortunate to make a couple more plays throughout with our quarterback, Noah Brannick. Xavier Joyner, that receiver, played a great game. The offensive line blocked well, and our D-line played well. I think what it did for us as a squad, winning the game, it really solidified what I had been preaching to them over the last couple of weeks, and that is brotherhood and unity. We didn't have as much talent, I don't believe, as Team Maryland across the board. That's a star-studded squad, as you know. But one thing I thought we did well was the kids went out and they played for each other. And by us coming out on top, it really solidified that as a monocross bound team, one family, one goal.
Tremendous student athletes on both sides of the ball. So you get the W, now it's on to Naples. Your next opponent is going to be Team Kansas City. They may throw the ball all over the field, or they might run the wishbone on you. Coach, how do you prepare?
Well, it should be another hard-hitting physical game. They have a great quarterback, big kid, about 5'11", about 180. He gets the ball out quick. He's fundamentally sound. He knows how to look receivers off and come back the other direction. His footwork is impeccable back there at the quarterback position. He has a very quick release, you know, on their 9 routes and up the seam. He does a great job with that. Also, he plays defensive end for them, and he's a big, physical, strong kid. You know, I watched some clips of him, and he's aggressive. You know, getting after the quarterback, but then also in the run game in the defensive position. So he's kind of the heart and soul of that team. So you know, we anticipate a physical game, a high-flying game on both ends. And I don't think it'll be the ground and pound like a traditional Kansas City team might. I think they're going to try to air it out.
Now, I know we're focused on the national side of things. This is the path to Naples. We are fighting to become the one true national champion. But on the regional side, we've got Team Maryland Metro. We've also got Team Maryland. In your opinion, do you believe that it's important to the community, to all of the parents, to all of the student athletes to, in some regards, all root for each of the teams from Maryland to show that community support, to show that unity within the state of Maryland?
Absolutely, absolutely. At the end of the day, we all represent the same flag, and our kids on both sides of the squad share the same community. Some go to the same schools, play in the same youth leagues. So now that the regional part is over with, and we had to be adversaries to a degree, you know, and because we were opponents, now all that's over with, and we need to bond together as one flag and work together. It'll be very important for me as a new coach on the national stage in Naples to lean on guys like Bird, who has that experience and knowledge and knows what it takes to be successful. So, you know, it'll be important for me to be able to have that resource to reach out to and ask questions and to help navigate me through the waters, if you will, of Naples. So, you know, we definitely are coming together as one flag to make this a Maryland sweep on all 3 levels, 6th, 7th, and 8th.
That is excellent to hear. One Maryland. Coach, thank you very much for stopping by the review, bro.
It was my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Coach Rev, wish you all nothing but success on your path to Naples, bro. Like we said, you're going to be matched up with KC Metro. My dear friends, Mike and Tina Landry at the helm of that organization. Welcome back to the review, guys.
Thank you, Chad. Thank you for having us.
Now, we spoke previously about you all 6th graders. Your 7th graders were nothing short of stellar, including a clutch and tough matchup and victory over the host team, South Dakota.
My 7th grade squad is one of the strongest squads I've had since I've been doing FBU. They came out this weekend. Took them a little while to get going as a team here, but I'm looking for some exciting things for them when we get down to Florida.
We do like excitement, brother. Football is indeed a team sport. Which individuals, though, really stuck out for this 7th grade squad?
Definitely Brock Brandstetter, D lineman, O lineman, but mainly on defense, man. This kid's a bulldozer. One of the toughest, most talented D linemen I've seen at this age, and I've seen a lot of them. And he's one of the best I've had. And he also has Thomas Fager, which we call him Captain Kirk. Plays defensive back, running back, and which he had a pick 6 this past weekend, and he's just amazing.
Cannot wait to get my eyes on those young men. Check this out, Coach. Moving forward to Naples, you all have a matchup with Maryland Metro. Just got off the phone with Coach Rev. They are pretty proficient at the pitch and catch. In your opinion, how do you feel as though you all match up, and how do you come out successful in this game?
Well, I think that match is going to be tough, but I think we match up pretty well with them. I know Maryland comes with tons of athletes and a lot of speed on the edges, so I think that matches up with us really well.
And one exciting thing about this 7th grade team that you probably observed yourself, they don't quit.
Right.
When the pressure's on, they stay with it. They get more focused. So we're excited about this team.
There we go. Well, listen, I wish you all 7th grade team and your 6th grade team the best of luck down in Naples, and you all have safe travels.
Thanks, Chad. See you soon.
My good friends Mike and Tina Landry, this KC Metro squad, gonna be a tough out. Team Maryland Metro, gonna be one heck of a ball game. Speaking of tough squads though, Team Dallas, star-studded from head to toe. They're sending 3 teams to Naples at the 6th grade level, 7th grade level, and 8th grade level. I've reached out to them for an interview, but I understand. Their concern is on potentially bringing back not 1, but 2 or 3 crowns all the way back to the United States of Texas. In order to do that at the 7th grade level though, they're going to have to get by a tough Tampa squad, led by my main man, team director Damon Ratcliffe. He joins me now on the review. Coach, I'm just happy that you caught your breath, brother. You all were down 19-0 to one of the premier squads in the entire nation. Of course, I'm talking about Dade. How was your weekend? How did you all do it? How are you still breathing?
It was a great win, great team win. The coaching staff was amazing. The defense coordinator, offense coordinator, and the rest of the staff, they put together a game plan. They stuck with that game plan, and you play 40 minutes of football. In the first 20, it's 19-0. All right, the kids are not hanging their heads down. The coaches have them ready to go, and nothing changes. All right, the score is 19-0. You keep fighting, and when the clock reads 4 zeros, then that's when it's over. And the kids didn't quit. They didn't lay down. They wanted it even more. So you got to play 40. And once that's over, if you went hard, you gave it everything you had, at the end of that, it is what it is. And we came out on top.
In a comeback victory like that, it takes an entire village. I'm talking about coaches. I'm talking about the community on the sidelines that's cheering them on. Every student athlete on the field. Which ones in particular, though, made plays to help you all turn this around?
Oh, man. Lewis Carter, Big Lou. You know, you feed on him on the short yardage, and he's going to get you what you need. Then we got Jaquez Smith. I mean, the kid is the word beast is not enough. This kid's a real dog. You give him the ball, he does what he does. And he broke one for, I think, 46 for the second touchdown that we had. The first one went to Jaden Galva, who made plays on the 6th grade team last year to save some games. He comes up as a 7th grader and caught a slant pass on the goal line to start the comeback. And then with that, it turned around the whole team. And then Joe, Lou, Galva, they all made the plays to get us what we needed. Now, there was some more. It's not just those three. I tell you, it was a total team effort. They made an adjustment on defense and moved in Baraka Andrews from the end to the D tackle, and this kid destroyed the middle of the field for them, and the middle of the field for them, and then the linebackers and everyone else could do what they do, and it was a totally different game once that kickoff for the second half was made.
Dade was a tough matchup, bro. They showed their mettle out there on the football field. Your reward now, though, is you got Dallas. They got championship aspirations. How do you all get this done?
After you fight Dade, you know, the last 3 years, Dade has put us out of the tournament. Dade could easily go and win this tournament on the 7th grade team. They're that good. We've seen good teams. We've played good teams. Naples is a tough team. We're not gonna overlook anybody. Dallas is gonna get the same treatment that we gave Dade. They're gonna get all we can give for 40 minutes. And at the end of the day, hopefully we're on top. So, you know, they're going to go into the lab tomorrow, and they're going to work it out, the mistakes from the first half. And then, you know, Dallas got a big challenge on their hands because we play football in the South, too.
You all are battle-tested. Coach, thank you very much for stopping by the review, brother, and I wish you all well.
No problem, man. You have a great one.
My dude, Coach Damon Ratcliffe. That's going to bring us to the conclusion of this week's show. That's our 7th grade wrap-up. Want to thank every coach that joined me on the review this week. Want to thank you, and especially you for watching at home. To all of our student athletes and our families, we wish you safe travels to Naples and encourage you to enjoy the moment. On behalf of everybody who helped make the review possible, I am your official voice of youth in high school sports, Chad Ricardo. I see you in Naples. Happy birthday, Mom.